Hey y'all. Okay, before I get into this giveaway, which clearly is the most important thing, I had a story that was due to you all, and it was about how I got lost in Gagnam, South Korea. So let me quickly get that out of the way so that you all have that, and then we'll end this with the announcement of the winner for the KCON New York 2016 tickets. All right. So, okay, it's recording. It was my last day in Seoul, and I decided I wanted to at least try to see Gagnam. I didn't bother to go into the Gagnam district because I was kind of broke, but whatever. It was worth checking it out nonetheless. So I went outside and I held the cab, and I told the driver that I wanted to go there. He looked at me and said, "Are you sure?" He said it in Korean. Then, okay. So he drives me, and we're leaving the financial district, which was already downtown, go past the Seoul Tower and get onto the highway. I'm like, this is pretty far. I definitely had the money on me, but I didn't want to spend too much. Honestly, I was just trying to go to where the SM town was because I wanted to get some Kai chips from EXO, but that's a whole nother story. Well, we're driving and I'm looking at the sights, and it just looks like a very posh, very foreign Beverly Hills. I had never seen so many lights in one squeezed in area. Probably what it'll look like when I get to New York later this week. But it was pretty cool. And everyone was dressed so nicely. Even the people waiting at the bus. I didn't expect that. Well, eventually we got to a point where I'm looking at the meter and I'm like, you're racking almost a $30 ride. You should probably get out. So I asked him to drop me off in a certain area. Wasn't too confident of what it was, but from what I was reading, it looked like it'd be safe. So I get out of the car, and immediately everything is like totally out of my comfort zone. There's all these restaurants and all these itty bitty shops, and I had to find somewhere safe. So I made my way over to where there was a coffee shop and got a little bit of coffee, took a few photos, took a moment to process the experience and everything, and just felt so moved by the fact that I was kicking it in the place that Sai was talking about. I know, it's a little corny, but it worked for me at the time. Plus, I wasn't that far from the street, so I figured when I'm ready to go, which at the time looked like I should have because we were rolling up on about 10 p.m. and I had to fly out in a few hours, I should probably make my way back to the street. So I try to hail a taxi and it drives by. Try to hail another taxi and that flies by too. 20 minutes later, after I flagged down basically 7 or 8 taxis, I come to realize nobody was gonna stop for me. Eventually one did stop, and I got in the car and I said, 안녕하세요. And he saw my skin color, pointed at himself and said, no, in English. What? Fine, I'll try to figure out the bus. My battery is slowly dying. I'm freaking out a little bit, laughing at the racial tension. It's not much I can do about it. So I make my way into the middle of the street, cross it, get on the bus that's gonna take me back towards the financial district, at least put me near the actual museum that was closest to my hotel. I get on the bus. I'm the only black person on the entire bus. The bus driver kind of recoiled when he saw me. Which is no big deal, it happens, whatever. But at some point or another, he started shuttling everybody off the bus. He made it to a halfway point, told all of us to get off the bus and that his route was done. We still had 9 stops to go. I was stranded. I was dropped off in some spot. To this day, I don't even know where it actually was. And my phone was on the cusp of death. But I managed to find somebody who was kind enough outside of the Gagnam area, waved them down in their taxi, and they drove me back. And it was a horribly interesting experience, but I survived it. Okay, and now the moment you've all been waiting for. So we had Rainbow Spud, Eminet, Jersey Bad XOXO, Simply Shay, Jersey J, it's Millinat, I probably said that wrong, Ass Seek One, and Mackie Dallas SP enter, and I've put their names in the random name picker because it's too hard to pick one person. So the winner of the tickets is, by random selection, Rainbow Spud. Congratulations, you will be going to New York KCON with me. So when you see this video, make sure to send me a message by going to multifacetedacg.com, and we'll get everything coordinated there. Congratulations to you, and to the rest of y'all McWallas. Bye, y'all.